Hey guys, Rivet here. Welcome back to another vlog. Yeah. So it's cold. The snow is gone, as you can see. It got above zero for a couple of days. Snowed again a little bit, and then we just got cold again the other day. It's supposed to be fairly temperate today, but I'm not feeling it. It's a little chilly out today, which is fine. I don't mind. I got to take these out because they are making it sound like I'm talking in a bubble. I hate that feeling. So, fingers crossed this is working. I have my wireless setup connected to it. I have two lav mics connected. My old setup and the new setup connected together. So, fingers crossed that it all works today. Recording this on Friday. I'm on my vacation. I have been, not doing anything. I guess you take vacations from time to time just to, get your head clear and stop doing all the bullshit. I seem to push myself a lot when it comes to everything I do. And so I push myself hard at work. Then when I'm done work, I push myself hard and make videos, and I burnt myself out. And I felt the ramifications of it last week. I got done work on Friday. I had plans to do, a couple little things, odds and ends around the house, and said, nah, fuck it. I'll save it till tomorrow. I went to bed early and then got up on Saturday, and I was like, yeah, I'm just not feeling anything. And I was exhausted and just physically done. I've been, it's been just a whirlwind for the last few months, and gotta be careful. I've been, working a lot. There's been a lot of changes at work. Not all of them positive, so been dealing with all that crap, and it just came to a head. And I booked off my time a while ago, but yeah, when everything got done, I realized that I needed the break. That it's a good thing that I took it when I did, and so I've been relaxing, playing video games, doing my thing, still enjoying myself, but not going out a whole lot. The weather hasn't been, especially good, and I kind of fucked myself over with Amazon deliveries, so I kept on having shit showing up. Like I booked stuff to be delivered at the end of the week, and I got a notification Monday something was arriving, or there was a pickup for something and I was returning, and I'm like, it just drove me nuts. So I had like 2 or 3 days that I stayed home waiting for deliveries and stuff, and I got everything except for an SD card. I had an extra one I bought for the camera, never showed up, and Amazon knew it, so they've refunded me for it. So we are recording this today on the DJI Action 3 or the Osmo 3. I don't know how they call it. I like it. So far, so good. There was a firmware update, came out the other day. Added 10-bit color and a whole bunch of other crap that, I don't know. I have a gimbal for it. I'm not using it today. Again, plans for the week were to go out and do a bunch of filming and getting extra stuff, and none of it panned out. But hey, taking care of myself, I think, was the more important aspect of things. And sorry for the sniffle thing. It's cold. My nose is stuffed and been running. It has been allergies still for me. I hate fall allergies. They're the worst for me. It sucks. I don't like constantly feeling like I'm on the edge of being sick, and it's exhausting. But I'm out. I've taken a few walks. I've been trying to stay a little bit healthy, but it's just been, yeah, it's been hard. It's been really hard. So I'll have to bring you guys back on the trail. Guess what I'm going out to buy today? Bananas, yeah. It's my banana day. Going off for my adventure. Taking a walk into the woods beforehand though, so it's all good. Where do I go? I really so flustered. I finished Miles Morales the other day. Really short game. Really short game. Beautiful story was great, but getting done in 13 episodes, I think it was, felt a little lackluster. And I tried to extend it a little bit, try to do a couple of side missions and, fill out the story. It seemed to be it seemed that it should have been DLC for Spider-Man, not a standalone game. Definitely not the same price. I mean, I don't mind spending the money on it. It's a good game, throw money back at the devs. I'm all for it. So, but marketing machine behind Sony, I think, was, a little suspect. I mean, I go back and take a look at, The Witcher 3, right? The DLC for that was expansive. And I'm very excited because in a few weeks, the update is coming out for the next gen consoles and stuff. And they're updating the PC game as well. So I'm very excited to get back into that. I played a bit of it and burnt myself out at the time. Burnout seems to be a thing I do. Got into a whole bunch of other games and never went back to it. So I have the game on Xbox, GOG, and Steam. So I'm fully intending to finish it one of these days. And crossplay is going to be a thing, so I'm very excited about that. So I can take my PC version and play it on the Xbox and vice versa. And I'm like, yes. I think that's something that should be done no matter what. I don't understand why when you buy a game, you have to keep buying it. If you bought it on the Xbox, you have to buy it on the PC if you want to play it. I don't get it. I mean, yeah, sure. You got to make money, right? We all got to make money. But it doesn't make sense to me a lot of the time. So, So, anyway, excited for that. Miles Morales, loved the game. I really enjoyed it. Still doing the side missions and stuff. I'm really enjoying it. I'll probably end up with about 20 hours worth of stuff when I'm done. But a lot of that's just fluff. Do I go this way? Never been this way. We'll go see. Taking a trek into the woods. I used to turn up there, but I'm usually on my bike. So I'm walking today. And it's a beautiful day. And I really don't need to be anywhere anytime soon. Still fairly early in the day. It's not quite lunchtime yet. So I did a new thing yesterday. I ordered groceries to be delivered. I mentioned that I live near a hill, and when we had the snow, kind of worried me that it was going to become more problematic for me to get out groceries and stuff. So I did a test. And it wasn't bad. Delivery fee wasn't bad. It's like $7, $8. And, did all my shopping online and put my cart together, and they offered substitutions on stuff that was out. And I'm like, it was okay. But everything came packaged, it got delivered. And I got all the heavy shit that I normally have to make multiple trips at a store. And this grocery store is at the bottom of that hill. So I put off going there because it's at the bottom of the hill. Man, this is gorgeous in here today. Very, very happy with being outside. Now, mind you, if I hear a wacky noise, don't have my headphones in, so I'm not going to hear Drone Through the Reaper, but Yeah, that would be, I'm kind of crossing over to where that would be. The ravine is just down over here, it looks like. So hopefully this kind of follows the ledge around. I don't know. Don't care. We're walking. I'm kind of content with life and the way things is going. But yeah, so taking the break this week was great. Relaxing, sleeping in. Oh God, so much sleeping. And that's the other thing too, and it wasn't great outside, it was a little overcast. I mean, it was just so easy to just, I still kept my alarm going off, but I would turn it off, turn over, watch a little YouTube, nap again, wake up again, and yeah, is it time for coffee? I don't know. Do you care? I don't know. I don't. I could do this for a couple more weeks, to be honest. I kind of think I need it. So, even when I took my last vacation, it was non-stop stuff that I was running around doing and flying, and this is just me staying home, right? And the last vacation I moved. So I really didn't get a break. And I haven't really given myself time to just relax. So I'm doing it. I've been doing it. I have content on the channel Monday to Friday through to February 1st right now. The Uncharted series is going on right now. That continues on for a while because I've completed both games. And then Miles Morales will go on after that. I haven't decided what I'm going to play next. Not really too worried about it, to be honest. I'm more interested in just enjoying taking a break from it. I've been playing the hunting game a little bit more. I got a fishing game to go along with it, which has been nice. But yeah, it's been just a treat to just goof off and game. Armor and I joined forces the other day in the hunting game together, and that was fun. And I have a feeling this is going down. Yeah, this looks like it's going down. We'll go down for a bit, but we'll see. I don't want to push too much because I've been not exercising enough. So my legs have been less than happy with me. And the ground is a little hard. And my shoes are not the best for hiking in the woods. So I can already feel my foot giving me a little bit of twinge where I have my plantar fasciitis. Yeah, getting old sucks. It's fun. Don't recommend it. This is going up. Perfect. I like it. This is kind of a fork in the road. Okay, tripping over rocks. I will show you what I was worried about. Behind me there is that drops right off. It looks like a fairly steep drop too, which is not the best. I'm gonna go take a look at it by all means. Yeah. That is a decent sized drop. It's, 20 years ago, I'd be looking at that like, yeah, fuck, no big deal. Now, I look at that going, oh, fuck, that's a big, steep. And it's not like, I'm afraid of them or anything. It's just, I don't want to push myself too hard. With my colitis and everything, my fear of my body is more prevalent because I pay more attention to it, which I really wish I didn't, trust me. But with the constant pain that I suffered with colitis, it kind of makes your brain rewire, right? And so now any twinge, any ache, And also with the pandemic, I mean, it's made everything excessive for me. Oh, wow. Okay. This is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to turn you guys around. And here, I'll pause. No, we'll just do this. Okay, so you guys are going to walk with me. So yeah, you don't have to see my happy face all the time. We can do this. This has been part of my process anyway. I like, the new camera's great. It's got the nice screen in the front and back. No idea how to keep the screen on or off in the back so it doesn't drain the battery. I'm not too worried about it for a vlog. I'm only out here hiking for a little while, 20 minutes to a half hour. Great. Seems like my phone is letting me know. I have notifications. But yeah, so every little twinge, every little thing that happens worries the back of my head all the time. So that's why I take these little hikes. Now that I know that this one is what it is, this is pretty good. It's got not a huge grade, but enough for me to feel it for sure. And getting a little out of breath, but again, walking to the bathroom gets me out of breath some days, so I really need to work on all that. I've been looking at exercise gear for the winter. I bought a stationary bike last year, and it didn't work out. It just was not right for me and my needs. I think it comes down to being a gamer, to be honest. I don't like to sit around the house and do nothing. It's either I'm reading, watching TV, playing games, the whole shoot match. And when I was exercising, I got bored. I'd be listening to music or watching something, but there's no variation in it. It was like a constant, the same gear. And I tried to vary it up a little bit, but like when you're outside taking a bike ride, the little hills and everything happen. You don't have to force it, so it's just random, right? And so that random is what I enjoy. So I'm looking at getting a bike that has something that does that for me, kind of turn it into a video game. We'll see. Anything I've looked at has been expensive. I spent enough money this year on shit. And I'm dialing it back a little bit, but still taking a look at where I'm at on this trail. I'm not too sure. I kind of feel like I'm still on a trail, and I kind of feel like I'm not. But we're in the woods, who cares? This is why I moved here. It's because I don't always want to be on a trail, right? I want to be just in the woods. And this is absolutely gorgeous. Look down there. You can see where these were planted, right? Row upon row. And that's gorgeous. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. We'll do this now. Or that. There we go. Get my happy wheel back in. So yeah, I'm digging the new setup. I have a bunch of gear in my backpack now that I will have on hand if I ever feel the need to do extraneous shots. So I have a neck mount, so to speak. It allows me to put it on my front and do a point of view type of thing. But instead of it being on my hands will be free. And I think that'll be handy for some of my other videos that I'm planning on doing. Some of this too, for like when I'm bicycling, to have it mounted and facing where I want. Not necessarily just attached to the bike, but attached to me. And it was $30 on sale, so I was like, no brainer. A lot of attachments for it. I like it. It arrived today. So it's still sitting at home. But I tested it out to see that it does everything it's supposed to. And so far so good. The gimbal's good. That's going to take a lot for me to figure out. Again, it's getting my brain around using the tech in a better way. And, finding the time to motivate myself. That seems to be the biggest hurdle these days, is balancing everything. Time for myself, time for this, time to game, time to cook. And I lost any trail I had. It's gone. Well, kind of. Weird. It was really apparent back there, and then it's gone. But it's not the end of the world. I can hear the road over there. And this is a park, right? So you walk in a direction. You're eventually going to find your way out. Up. Up is where I'm going. Oh, that felt good. A little bit of moss there. Wasn't frozen. But yeah, I'm just out getting a few things today. Bananas, obviously. But I need to get a few toiletries and things that I didn't put in my order yesterday. I wanted to kind of force myself to go out today. You want to know the truth? And it was already like a $70 order, which is, for me, a little high. And that's because I'm used to shopping with a backpack, right? So I know how much things cost typically to fill up my backpack. And it was a little higher because I wasn't filling a backpack. Ooh. Here's a tree in my path here that kind of goes up. So we're gonna walk underneath this. Fingers crossed it doesn't come down at this exact moment. Seems stable. Found the trail again. Happy me. Oh, I really hope this works. I really hope this works. Lighting today is not perfect. It is overcast today. A lot warmer in the woods than on the streets, which is nice. And I can see houses over here coming out. Should be coming up on my trail soon anyway. But yeah, I'm hoping that this camera works. This one checks a lot of my boxes that I've been wanting. So let's kind of go over some of the specs for me, why I like it. It does all the 4K footage I want. I can do up to 120 frames per second for slow-mo stuff, which is a niche thing for me. I'm not going to be using it very much, if ever, but 4K 30, 4K 60, I'm in. I'm still recording everything now, currently at 30. I may change to 60. I don't know if it's necessary for what I do, but we'll see. But it doesn't overheat. It also will go into weather to minus 20. So again, living in Canada, minus 20 is not unheard of. And this winter, I have a feeling I'll hit it a few times. And how long I go out in it for, we'll see. But I can connect this to my computer as a webcam to record from. There's a lot that it does. So, like I said, it ticks a lot of boxes for me, which is good. Because the Osmo Action 1, great camera, loved it. And I would still be using it if it didn't die on me. I got word back from DJI that they would have to repair it. They say it got wet, which it never did. I can understand why they said it, but it's false. So I'm like, whatever, send it back. So I only had to pay for shipping there. No big deal. I got this camera and I'm happy with it. So, and we are on my trail again. Yeah. So right over there is where I was when I heard the noise. So we walked right through that whole area where it could have maybe happened. So that was cool. I liked it. Yeah, so anyway, this camera does tick a lot of my boxes that I need. High quality video, firmware updates. It does 10-bit color now. They've been working on a bunch of stuff. Any USB-C microphone works with this thing. So my adapter, my dongles all work with it. So I don't have to buy a new mic kit. Very happy. I am doubling up today because I just want to make sure I have a backup just in case the quality's not there. Again, this is more of a test than anything else. So, and I don't think it's a bad idea to have a backup, to be honest. I mean, I don't know how many times I've gone out and lost footage because something stupid's happened. And 9 times out of 10, it's me. But that 1 time out of 10 that it's your gear, it's frustrating. Very frustrating. Oh, that was so good. I feel very energetic right now because I just went for a hike in the woods. And it wasn't a long hike, but we're off the trail a little bit. You know, it's not some manicured trail. It's one that people just walk and made. And not gonna lie, this trail that I'm on now is very wet. There is a lot of moisture on it. And squirrels. So we just saw a squirrel over there. These shoes are not very good for ice and snow. They're not Vessi. I think I'm gonna walk up here. I think I'm gonna walk out, to be honest. Well, let's get out of the trails. There is an apartment complex. We can get out. I'll be good. I don't need to be in the woods anymore. I got my wood fill today. I'm happy. And yeah, I've been staying away from garbage drama and garbage people. Life has been pretty good. Yeah, things I want to do with my channel and channels will be a process. I'm not pushing myself to do anything beyond what I can do. I have to reshoot the cooking video. So, note to anybody, I don't care how careful you are with your online security and with your computer, stupid shit can happen. And stupid shit happened to me. So, a couple of weeks ago, I wanted to get some overlays for my computer. So when I was doing some benchmarks for myself, just personal stuff, I just want to see where things are. So almost every tech YouTuber uses MSI Afterburner. the overlays seem to be very diagnostic, and I'm like, okay, I should finally get it. So I went on, looked it up, grabbed what looked like the right link, downloaded it, went to go install it, and it behaved differently. So I canceled out of the install and didn't think anything of it. And then last week, Friday actually, right before my vacation started, I got notification that there was suspicious activity on my account. So I had to lock everything down. And mind you, I did not complete the installation. I had stopped it before it did, but it was enough for whatever happened to happen. So I had to reset every password, every account, update everything, and I had to reinstall Windows. And it had found a way to fuck up my Windows enough that I had to just do it from scratch, like not a restore, nothing like that. It was you're starting from scratch. So with that, I ended up losing all of the footage that I had for my cooking video that I made. I had transferred everything onto my C drive, and I had it just on a folder on my desktop. And then without thinking, when I wiped everything, it got rid of it all. So I have to reshoot that again. So that was a kick in the teeth, not gonna lie, having to deal with all that shit. But yeah, and then literally a couple days later, there was warnings about malicious MSI afterburners. So yeah, if you're looking to get afterburner, just don't use it right now. And the websites looked just like it too. Like, I couldn't tell the difference. I thought I was on MSI's website. So yeah, fuck those guys. But I think I'm good. I think I've talked enough today. I think I got enough stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to try to shoot a little montage walking thing on the way home. We'll see if that works. If you see a little bit extra footage at the end of this or interspersed, yeah, I'm playing. So, but anyway, I do want to thank everybody for all your continued support. I know these are not for everybody, and that's fine. I do these vlogs to purge my head, right? So I think we're allowed that in my flippy little fingers. I like the feeling of the fingers being loose, and I wave them all the time because I'm an idiot. I'm still a 5-year-old kid getting ready to go out and play in the snow. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.